Hi everyone and welcome to today's video. So in today's video I want to talk about the winning formula of Netjets company. As you know, they provide private jets for corporations, for instance, and how they became a multi-billion dollars company since about like 30 years ago. So I'm just gonna share with you how they did it and what they and how they perform in order to get to that number, right? So first and foremost, they ask the question from themselves, like who are their target audience and who, in terms of commercial aircraft, like what type of audiences, what types of people buy the most expensive tickets, and who are the wealthiest people that buy business tickets, right? So the business tickets are usually bought by corporations, apparently, and wealthiest people, and that's why they narrowed down the target. And instead of focusing on all the people to sell to, they actually serve corporations, executives only, and corporations only, right? Because they know that they are the wealthiest and they can afford uh, their services at the end, right? So, um, so first and foremost, they ask a question from themselves, like, what are the options in front of corporations when it comes to buying a ticket when they want to have business traveling, right? So they have two options. First, buying business tickets. Second, buying aircrafts, which is very expensive, right? So what are the benefits of buying business tickets for corporations? The first thing is cheaper, right? It's way cheaper compared to buying an aircraft. The second advantage of it doesn't have any unused time. When you buy an aircraft, apparently you have to pay a lot of money, like $7 million upfront, in order to be able to use that. So it might so in most of the time you're not going to use that aircraft because you're not going to travel over and over and over again. So chances are there is going to be a lot of time that you are not going to be using your aircraft, and there's a lot of unused time for the aircrafts. So it's waste of money and waste of time again. And you have to pay for the staff and maintenance of the aircraft again. But for the business ticket, you don't have to pay for that. This is another advantage of business tickets when it comes to buying the ticket and choosing that. And no upfront investment. So, like I said, you have to pay $7 million in order to buy aircraft compared to just buying business tickets, right? But how and what kind of strategies Netjets implemented in order to build a multi-billion dollar company nowadays, right? So first and foremost, like I said, $7 million is the cost of each aircraft, and instead of buying that, corporations don't need to pay this amount of money because it's a lot, right? Instead of that, they actually sold a small fraction of each aircraft, like 1/16th of each aircraft. So 1/16th of $7 million is around $400,000, which including maintenance expenses and costs or staff costs and payrolls, right? $400,000, and each year they were allowed to use aircrafts for 50 hours. So apparently they eliminated the unused time, right? And eliminated the staff and maintenance cost, and no huge amount of investment upfront, right? By this strategy, they actually removed all of them. And after deeper analyzing the cost of buying business tickets compared to buying aircraft, the fraction of it, they realized that it's even going to be cheaper in the macro for corporations when it comes to buying one fraction of the aircraft, right? So because first of all, corporations are going to waste a lot of time, right? Because they have to go to hassle of checking and security and all of that, and they actually waste time, and also they waste money to hotels as well. They have to pay more, and it has a lot of variable costs when your flight is longer, right? And when they analyze deeper, they realize aircrafts buying is going to be cheaper for them, and that's why it's going to be beneficial for corporations to save more money and reduce their costs. So what are the benefits of using aircrafts compared to buying business tickets? Now, first of all, saving time. For example, if in the US people wanted to go from Washington D.C. to Sacramento, they have to. It lasts and takes around 10 hours, more than 10 hours to reach to Sacramento from Washington. But by getting aircraft, it takes only 5.2 hours for corporations to get to their destinations. So this is the save of time, right? And the second thing is a point-to-point travel. They can travel from anywhere, from the US, for instance, to most of the part of the world. So this is another, without changing their flights and staying in the airports overnight, right? So this is another advantages, that it has point-to-point travel. And the third one, people can use their favorite food and beverages and drinks whenever they want. Whatever they want, people could be served, and this company could serve them easily, right? And um, they analyzed that most of the commercial airlines, 70% of commercial airlines go to 30 airports only in the US itself. But they expanded the number of airports in the US, and instead of 30 airports, they go to 2,000 airports in the US itself and 5,000 airports worldwide, right? This is so beneficial, and they can actually access to more airports compared to just commercial airports, right? This is another benefit. And also, by just 4 hours notice, people and corporations can get their own jets in order to travel to anywhere that they want. And if they don't like Netjets doesn't provide the aircraft within 4 hours, they actually provide the charts for corporations to be able to do it as fast as possible for them, right? They buy time, and time is really the most valuable of asset, the asset of all human beings and all the businesses and corporations, right? And this led to a multi-billion-dollar company by this single strategy, and providing more value, and reducing and getting rid of a lot and eliminating a lot of different things that don't matter. They actually save a lot of time, provide more convenience for corporations and people, and that's how they crush it at the end, and they have no competitor. Actually, they hardly have any competitor in their own market, and that's how they ridicule, I can tell, the industry itself, and the industry that they're performing in. So I hope you liked this video and you enjoyed it. If you're watching me from YouTube, you can subscribe to my channel. Or if you are watching me from other social media platforms like Instagram, you can also follow me if you want to. If you are, you like this video and talking about business, marketing, and sales, and wanted to know more about these kinds of stuff. So thank you very much and have a nice day.